If you think childcare is a big problem for working parents, well, wait until you see the big business of dog care for busy owners. Well, dog beauty parlors are proliferating and they are making inroads right here in Shillong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new edition of Shillong Buzz. I'm Aaron Lingdo. If you love pets, if you love animals and are willing to go that extra mile for them, this episode is for you. It's time to meet my guest. She's a textile designer by profession and the proprietor of The Posh Palette, a dog parlor located at Madanriting. She started her journey as an animal rescuer in 2017 and then became an active member of a rescue team called The Paws Shillong. She finished her training under the supervision of a groomer from Brazil and completed an entrepreneurship training implemented by the GIZ German Cooperation in 2021. Her love for animals has helped her turn her passion into a career. Ladies and gents, please welcome the professional dog groomer Euphenia Nongbersao. Yufi, first of all, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You know what? You are a textile designer by profession, and then this is what you do professionally now, after 2 years, I would imagine. So you've started grooming dogs and even pampering them as well. How did all of this happen?
I think as we mature, even our interest and our hobbies also changes. So I am really passionate about animals, pets. So what happened is when COVID started, everybody has to, stay at home and do nothing. So previously I was a trainer. I was a trainer for underprivileged students under government scheme.
Right.
So after that, the projects have closed down because of COVID. So I started, sitting at home for a few months, and I decided to do something new. So I didn't know that it would be dog grooming. It just happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
I like it because you said that this is something that happened during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because lately, dog care industry has risen, not only here in the Northeast, but across India as well.
Yeah.
So, for the benefit of our viewers, so that means this is a product of the pandemic, is it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was your parents' reaction when you told them that, okay, from textile designing and I'm switching gears and doing something else? What's their first reaction?
Yeah, my parents have always been supportive of me in everything I do. So just before pandemic, I lost my mom. So she passed away in 2019.
I'm sorry to hear that, yeah.
Yeah, so what happened is then I realized that I should do something, take life seriously when it comes to paying bills and family and everything. So I just started it, and then my dad said that as long as it pays bills, it does not matter what you work. So then I started off. All my family members also love animals, so they support me a lot.
So Yufi, that means there is a support that you have from the family, which I believe is very important when you do anything in life, because that's the first thing that we need. So it's understood that qualifications doesn't really matter because age limit is not even a factor, Yufi. However, there is a certification that you took and you completed. I want you to tell that for the viewers.
So all these happened while we were in quarantine. So I couldn't go for courses to to Mumbai or maybe to other places. So all we had was online classes. So the courses they offered was fluffy grooming and a lot of stuff. There's a list. So what happened in that point of time, I did an entrepreneurship program first with the GIZ.
Okay.
And then I did an online classes. There's one guy from Brazil, so he was offering online classes for the groomers who were not able to be there.
Right.
That's how I learned, and it was only a few weeks course.
Okay.
But it really helped. After that, he continued sending me links so that I can try. I even bought a doll, a dummy doll,
Right.
where I tried trimming.
So for a few weeks the course lasted.
Yeah.
So what's the difference then between a dog groomer and a vet? Let's say, what's the difference?
Vets are experts that deals with health concerns of animals, and we groomers, we deal with hygiene, we deal with cleanliness, we deal with styling.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the difference between us.
So why do you think it's important to, shift focus to this line of work? Because like I spoke to you over the phone and offline, that this is a very, very niche domain. Why do you think it's important to bring it here to Shillong in particular?
As we see, Shillong is developing in a lot of things. So we also have so many animal lovers. Be it NGOs, be it people who have pets at home. They have like a lot of pets. Some people, they have 3-4 pets at home. So I've seen people, they cannot take care of the pets because of the time. And also there are some elderly women or maybe people, they cannot groom their dogs. So what they do is, if they see any tangled hair, they just cut. It looks so uneven, dirty, and sometimes they can't even bath them. So, and to see cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Shillong is also improving in a lot of things.
Right.
So why not start with something new that nobody has ever started? So do we have pet stores? Do we have pet care and everything? But grooming, nobody has. So I was thinking, let's just start and see where does it goes.
So we can safely say that Posh Palette is the only pet grooming facility available here in town, is it?
There are also other pet groomers available now that is coming up, which is a very good thing because we have a lot of pet parents who would like to groom. Sometimes our services are like, beyond the price, they cannot afford. So it is the first, I can say that. It is the first.
All right.
The others, came later.
We'll talk about the price later. For now, you mentioned pet parents. As a pet parent, how many dogs do you have?
I have 5.
What are the names?
One is Jones, he's a husky. Then we have Bells, she's a Shih Tzu. I have Roxy and Bella, they are Terry Shepherd. They are a mix of German Shepherd and Bull, Terrier. And I also have Bailey, he's a golden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about their grooming routine. How many days a week do you bathe them? What all do you do with them?
So we have Roxy, Bella and Bailey. These 3, they don't have too longer coats, but they do have, they are a little fluffy.
Right.
So I groom them once in a month, so that there will be no tangled hair, there will be all the debris and dirt removed from them. So that would be once in a month. And Bells, she's a Shih Tzu, so we need to trim her hair every month, but I give her bath once in maybe 14 days, 15 days, because she is always indoor and she sleeps with me. So keeping her clean is one of the first priority.
True.
So, but then I don't want to compromise with her coat. That is why I gave her bath at least once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, prior with applying oil and everything. So Jones is a husky, so we need to de-shed him almost every month. But then depending on season. Right. So Jones, we gave him bath once in 3 weeks, and plus Shillong is getting hot. So I give him bath once in 3 weeks to once in a month.
Okay, we will talk about all the technicalities, the de-shedding. I want to know what products you use and all of that in a bit from now. All right, but before we move and dwell into that bit, I want you to walk us through one thing which is very important. When you bring all of this to this place, it's been 2 years now. What has the response been so far?
I actually did not expect this very good response from Shillong, because when it comes to pets, some people would be hesitant to pay a lot for a dog, just to bathe them. But seeing that after 2 years, I'm really impressed with Shillong's, growth.
Right.
Um,
How many clients do you have though?
in a day, minimum 2, 3,
Okay.
but we can go to 6 because I only have 2 workers. I only have one
Okay.
staff and myself. So that's it.
Exactly. I like it. One staff and yourself.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to just have 2 people and not have more people, let's say, because it's when we have more dogs, so probably more staff to attend to
Yeah,
them. Why
yeah.
just 2 people?
This kind of service, it's very different if you give service to humans and you go to the parlor, the more people the merrier.
Right.
But with dogs,
It's different.
The lesser the better. Why? Because they can only understand what's going on between the 2 people. The more people, they will get confused and they get anxious.
Interesting.
And all,
Yeah.
And every time you come to the parlor, you see the same groomer grooming your dog, so your dog will be used to that only groomer.
True.
You understand?
Right.
So that's why we keep it a smaller circle.
I like it. So in your case, less is more.
Less
On
is
that note, let's see what you have in store for some of the dogs that we have here. The grooming bit. Let's go do that. Alright, you free, here we are. Before we move any further to see more of the technicalities like I mentioned, let's talk a little bit about some of the services that Posh Palette offers to their clients.
We have the services that we offer are bath, conditioner, then we have blow dry, ear cleaning, then we have nail trimming, paw clipping, eye cleaning, de-shedding, dematting. There's a lot more.
Right.
So I can't just continue saying. I would be like counting.
No, some of the things are pretty obvious. So what
Yeah.
is de-shedding and dematting? Can you explain that a little bit?
De-shedding are we remove the undercoats. So
Okay.
have you seen dogs? Their hair like coming out, but just like you can pull the hair out of
Right, yeah.
the fur. I mean from the dog's body. So those are shedding.
Okay.
Those are called shedding. It only happened in twice in a year. So it's called a shedding season where dogs have a lot of hair fall, so much of shedding happening. So
Right.
what happened is we brush them thoroughly for like usually it takes like half an hour to an hour.
Okay.
Brushing them depending on their coat. Say like a husky takes at least 1.5 hours or
Okay.
maybe more. So that removing of undercoat is called de-shedding.
Okay, perfect. Now let's drift our attention a little bit to the products used and the equipments used, because I just went through some of the products and I feel that of course they're not cheap, they're kind of a little bit expensive. Can you walk us through a little bit of the products that you have here?
So we have most of the groomers all over the world, they use BioGroom, which is eco-friendly. So it is tearless also. It is very safe for dogs. That is why we use BioGroom.
Okay.
So we have Hydra whitening.
Let's stop there.
Yeah.
BioGroom, it's a shampoo.
Yes, it's a shampoo.
Right? So why don't we, let's say, have an alternative which is soap, let's say. Why this?
Soap is also safe, but BioGroom is eco-friendly and is tearless.
Okay.
So I think soap does not offer that.
All right.
Yeah. So and it makes this the coat softer and shinier.
Right.
Yeah.
So anytime a dog walks into the parlor, the shampoo that they would use is the BioGroom
Yeah, the
shampoo.
BioGroom.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we have here Hydra, that is the whitening shampoo. It enhance white dogs. We do have black shampoo also from the BioGroom,
Right.
but it is not available right now. So we use whitening shampoo first. But then if suppose it is not available because that is a lot of people like the black shampoo. That is why it is not available. But right now, if suppose there's a black dog coming over and we don't have the black shampoo, we use this. It helps as well.
Got it.
So odor neutralizing shampoo. Do you have dogs that smells, stinky?
After
and
a certain time, even if you don't take a bath?
A week or two.
Yes.
Yeah. So we use this. We use odor neutralizing with a few more products so that it stays at least for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So volumizing we usually used in specific breeds like Lhasa Apso, Shih Tzu, fluffy long-haired dogs. We use volumizing there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you get all these products? I mean, are they easily available?
There are in Amazon and other platforms, but these are discounted rates from from the market. I mean, from the dealer himself.
Okay.
So I get it from Mumbai or other places.
Let me tell you, I really don't have all these shampoos for myself, but we will talk that offline.
Yeah.
I see something very fancy in here. What are these?
This is a hair color.
Okay.
So we use these.
Hair color. Okay.
So we I think a lot of people also have their hair colored, and they have glitters, in their nails and everything. So we also have hair color for dogs.
Okay.
So these are very safe. These are very vegetable dyes. So yes, I think people should try this.
Should I try this?
Yeah, you should.
I'm just kidding. All right, you
people
feel.
in Shillong, they are a little hesitant when it comes to colors, but this is. I can assure
you keep them.
Yeah.
This is the fun factor.
Yeah.
All right.
So I tried my dog so that people will see it does not have any effect. Yeah.
Perfect. Off from the products a little bit, let's talk a little bit about some of the equipments used as well, because these equipments don't look familiar to me.
Yeah.
A few of them you can just see normal scissors probably at the salon, etc.
So
what are these?
We have a de-shedder.
Okay.
So we de-shed with this. We pull off the undercoat with this. We do have a lot more brushes actually, but then it is not here. This is a little smaller, slicker brush where we brush, smaller dogs like Shih Tzu, Lhasa Apso.
Okay.
So we use this to make it more even. This we use it on the face. We use it on the face because it has, these white dots to save them from, getting hurt.
Okay, just on the face, nowhere?
Yeah, nowhere.
On the bodies, nothing?
Body, no.
Okay.
Because this does not work on the body, it's like,
Got it.
So we have a nail trimmer where we cut nails. I'm sure everybody knows that. So this is a filer. Sometimes you have dogs, newly cut nails is like very painful when they come over you and then you get scratched.
True.
So we file the nails to make it softer.
Okay.
So this is a filer, this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do we have here?
This is a trimmer where we trim dog's hair depending on. This is a trimmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
More like humans.
Yeah, more like humans, but these are stronger.
Yeah. Okay.
Stronger, and these are combs. We also have blades. Different blades for different coat types.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
So we have this is comb for bigger dogs. Then we have scissors. These scissors are really sharp scissors.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are some straight shears, curved shears. These are straight shears. Then we have this curved. We have this. A trimmer, like
So how do you decide which one to use when?
Usually these curved shears we used on some portions where we wanted a curve, like face, the paws, the butt, where we want a curved shape.
Okay.
So we use curved scissors.
More styling bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So if suppose there are some, say a pet parent brings in their dog with uneven cuts, and we can't do anything about it. We can't add more hair to look at, good. So what we do is we use the thinner shears or, blending shears. So we can just blend and just not look too uneven. Yeah.
All of that sounds really nice to me. I think our viewers would like to know, how much would all of this cost? How much would you charge out of me if I come here and take my dog, let's say? What are your charges?
Say for example, you have a Spitz. right?
Okay.
You have a Spitz, and he needs a bath, a conditioner, a haircut, ear cleaning, paw clipping, nail clipping.
I don't even need that for myself, but anyway, you can continue.
Yeah. So all that will come under 2,000 rupees.
Okay.
Which the bath, conditioner, and ear cleaning, that would come 600 because the blow dry also will be available. So we have one mini groom where we called it. It includes bath, conditioner, blow dry, and ear cleaning.
So there's a package.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a package. Yeah. If you need extra services, extra charges.
Interesting. So how much time would one need to spend then at the parlor to finish all of that?
I think more than a human's grooming session.
Okay.
2.5 hours, depending on how your dog behave.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move on now to one thing which is a little bit serious, because not all dogs are friendly. Some of the dogs that come in here are a little bit aggressive as well. How do you groom them? I mean, your owners would come, take them, but they would probably warn you that he's aggressive or not aggressive. But if they are aggressive, let's say, what do you do with such dogs? How do you tame them?
I'm really surprised to see, pet parents really send their pets to a trainer. So I can assure you at least 70% of the dogs are well behaved.
Okay.
Yeah. And the others are really aggressive. So what we do is we muzzle them, we cover their mouths,
Okay.
and we groom them. We have to add a little manpower so that they would behave, because that's how we should be.
Right.
But not to the extent that we would hurt them, of course.
Right.
We are animal lovers. So if suppose they still don't behave, then we would prefer the owner to be here.
present.
Yeah.
Right.
There are few owners, they would suggest us to sedate them, but that's not
Sedate them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a good idea, because they don't want to be here. They also don't want their dog to get hurt. They also want to get groomed.
Right.
But the dog is aggressive, so they want to sedate. But we don't suggest them sedation.
Do you have like an experience that's gone bad?
Oh, not really.
Not really?
There's only one where the owner lied to us. She said that, no, my dog is really friendly, and he is very playful. He might, try to snap you, but he does not bite. And he bit me really hard. I was like, for 3 months, I couldn't move my arm. It was frozen.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So I would request all pet owners, to be honest to us,
Right.
at least, because we would be spending 2-3 hours with your pet
I agree.
to make them feel good,
I
and
agree.
we get bitten. That's not good for
True.
us. Yeah.
But very strong, and like I said, I love the venture when you jump into something as niche as
Yeah.
this. It, I'm sure, would give a lot of inspiration to other people watching this. I want to ask you, since you started this, it's going to be 3 years now. Do you see this as a viable profession? Do you see this as something that would really sell in the market, and something that is probably substantial in the long run?
I feel yes, it is, because why a lot of people have, Shillong is growing rapidly, and population is also increasing.
Right.
And a lot of them are like animal lovers, and for them to start as an animal lover, I think this is a dream job. This is a dream job, because of course if you would go to the work, you want to be happy, right?
Right,
You don't be
right.
like, oh, it's 9 a.m. and I don't want to get out of bed because I have to go to work, sit on the computer. But this is not it. This is really fun. The moment you wake up, you'll be like, oh, what dog will I get today?
True.
It's so fun. He might be really playful, and it's surprising. Every day is a surprise for us. So I think this is, people should start. And I guess this will, because the pet care industry has been growing so fast, this has, what do we call that?
It will grow.
Yeah, it will grow, yeah.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I think people should start.
Now, Yufi, there's one interesting bit about Posh Palette, and that is the fact that there is a home and drop facility that you provide.
Yeah.
Walk us through that service.
There are some people, they can't come to salon because it's pretty far from the city, maybe 45 minutes, and people would never want to come, with so much of traffic jam. So we offer home service, and we also have pick up and drop. So we only take appointments. Why? Because we want to schedule accordingly. Once we are going for home service, then we will not be available at the salon.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, only that.
Perfect. So now, before we end this interview, I'd like to ask you a question, and that is, what are some of the learnings that you've garnered from being in this industry, doing pampering dogs and learning so much working with animals? What are some of the learnings that you've garnered so far?
I think what we've learned working with animals is mostly emotional feelings. We would care a lot about other people also, how they feel.
Right.
Because once we deal with dogs, we also have to be really patient. So we should be patient. We have to care about other people. I think it's best if other people also have pets at home. People with high temperament, we could say.
True.
Yeah. So I think that would be the best, because nowadays people are so impatient with a time limit and all that. So I feel having pets and working with dogs, being in the pet care industry, I think as a whole it's great mentally, so with social relationships also. I think that really helped.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I've got dogs myself, and I feel having them around is always positive energy.
Yeah,
You get more rational.
Yeah. Especially after a long day at work, and you come back home and see your pet relax, and he's there to comfort you. I think what else you would, ask for.
True. Yufi, once again, thank you so much for your
Yeah,
time,
thank
for
you so
opening your
much.
doors to me and the entire team here.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck. May you continue to give voice to the voiceless.
Yeah, thank you
so
thank
much.
you so much.
The rise of the dog care industry tells an interesting story of the health of the economy, income distribution, and job creation. And it's showing no sign of slowing down. Well, now you can walk your dog into a parlor so that they can get themselves groomed and pampered. After all, dogs are not just animals, they are part of the family. I'm Aaron Lingdo. You're watching Shillong Buzz. Until we meet next time, take care of yourself and your dogs.